Hello everybody, Greg Sills here coming at you with another Primal Carnage video going over the update patch doohickey thing that we just got yesterday, at least as of the recording of this video. For those of you who want the actual date, that is 8/26. So in this video I'm going to be going over the actual patch stuff. I'm hosting my own match because I don't feel like trying to explain patch notes while playing, and I have not had any good gameplay footage as of yet. Anyway, so we're going to start off with the Raptor, which the first thing that I think is kind of cool is we've got a new community skin. So now you're not just stuck with the boring old Nova Raptor, so it's kind of like the T-Rex. I've heard a lot of people call this the penguin skin. Can't exactly blame them. Black on top, cream white belly. I think, and also that orange chest makes him look just like an emperor penguin. Although I actually like it a lot. I think it's a really sharp looking skin. I love how it looks. You can kind of disappear kind of well. If you really want to take advantage of the skin, go to Airbase, because it's a dark map and this is a dark skin, so you become invisible. Seriously, which is really cool. Some such a thing about though. So one of the things that happened is that the stamina recovery rate of the Raptor is increased by 30%, so about a third. So you can sprint, and it comes back a whole third faster, which is actually really good. So now you can take a lot more advantage of sprinting around and jumping and stuff, as opposed to spamming pounce, because the amount of cost for pounce, like per second, you know how when you pounce, it also drains your stamina per second. Well, that cost has been increased 30%, so you may recover it at an equal rate, but per second. It makes it a lot harder to pounce when you have very, very low stamina and have it be effective. So instead, I would argue that it favors people who kind of sprint around, do lots of little attacks and stuff like that. Something that they claim to fix, actually, now that I'm just seeing. Oh, there we go. Sorry. Almost had it not work. So one of the things they fixed, and this is for all dinosaurs, is it used to be you'd have to click. I'm not sure if you can hear my mouse. I really hope you can, because I'm just spamming it. You used to have to click as fast as you can to bite as fast as you can. Now, you can just hold it down, and you bite as fast as possible, which is actually really nice, and it makes it a lot easier on, I think, just about everybody. Also, one more thing about Raptor that they did is they also fixed that pounce lag thing. I'm sure some of you have discovered it before, either playing as human or as Raptor. As a Raptor, you pounce, and you made that animation, like the guy goes down, and then you start getting shot, and you're like, what the heck? Well, he had lag, so he actually, according to the server, he shot you like mid-pounce, so you came off, but your game's like, no, I made that pounce, and there's a giant issue, and you usually end up dying as Raptor or living as human. And honestly, that's even annoying as human, because for me, there's a couple seconds where I don't know what on earth is going on, and it turns out I'm alive. So yeah, that issue has been fixed, at least as best as it can, which is really nice. It's going to make it a lot easier to do stuff for everyone, honestly. Alright, we're going to do a cut. Next thing we're going to do is probably going to do T-Rex. There's only a couple things to change about T-Rex, but hey, we got to look at everything. Alright, now we're going to look at the Carno, because I just tried to spawn as T-Rex, and since I'm hosting my own server, I can't actually spawn as T-Rex, which really stinks. So, things they changed about the Carno. It's actually quite a list here, which is kind of good, because Carno needed some fixes, at least as far as I'm concerned. So his health was lowered, which ironically is not something I thought needed, given my previous statement. But it's really not a bad thing. He went from 1,100 health to 1,000 health. So it's only a difference of 100, but that's actually, I believe, roughly 3 commando shots. So that's, it's pretty good, because a commando shot does about 39 damage, give or take. Now that you can see damage, so that's a big thing. Anyway, so they lowered his health slightly, which actually isn't a bad thing, because now he's less of a second tank and more of like a straight charger. He has enough health to be able to make that initial charge, and then he gets the kills and gets his health back. So that's really good. They also increased his stamina drain, unfortunately, to 25%, which kind of stinks, but then again, then you realize that, especially people like me, I would be back here, and I would just charge the entire length of docks, and it wouldn't even matter. So now, you can't rush in from as far. You have to be a bit more careful. You have to walk a little bit more. But they also did some really nice things. For instance, you can bite people at your feet now, which is really, really, really good. Because, keep in mind, I'm not a good Carno to begin with, but I would always have trouble because people would stand right next to my feet, and I couldn't do anything, even though I would darn well try. So that's really nice. So also, there's no crouch sprinting. I don't have any footage of that, but I guess you would sprint, and then you would try crouching or something. It's a patch fix. I didn't even know it existed. Yeah. So one of the things they also did is that the head swing now is 25% faster, like the actual speed of the swing. It's a quarter faster. At any speed you can do it now too, which is really cool. And either it's really cool or it's really bad. You can do it at any speed, so you can be full sprint and you can, whack people, or you could just be casually walking. Now, flip side, double-edged sword, whatever you want to call it, is that you stop moving immediately. So, hold on, let me get to maximum speed. Seriously. So, super duper fast, and then head swing. So I'd stop dead in my tracks, which can actually be kind of cool for people who are, up against a wall. So you get really fast, and then head swing before you actually run into the wall. So then you can actually bite them and stuff, which is really nice. I'm really glad they did that. Only problem though, or good thing, again, depending on your point of view, is that head swing now does only 1 damage. But mind you, that head swing is not supposed to be a damage dealer so much as a getting people out of a closed environment. Like, for instance, hey, perfect example on docks, it's a little sandbag area. You can charge in and then do a head swing and just knock everyone out, which is a lot of fun to do, for the record. And there's something else that I had in here. Just a general thing. They just fixed bite boxes in general with Carno, and I think also T-Rex. You can bite people at your feet now a lot easier. Next person we're going to do is the Pteranodon, because again, I can't spawn as T-Rex, so while I'm doing Pteranodon, I will probably also mention a couple things about the Rex. Thankfully, the Rex list is not that long. Alright, looking at the Pteranodon patch fixes. So this is going to be a big one, especially for newbies who don't understand how their keyboard works. Sorry, it's a stickling point for me. Anyway, so it used to be you have to hold Shift W and space in order to go up. Now if you just hold space, you fly! Which is actually, it is kind of nice. It will make getting out of situations a lot easier, because now you're not going to have to worry about fumbling for keys, which will actually be really nice. A lot of the stuff that they changed is like very movement mechanics based, which makes sense for the Terra. So for instance, one of the big things that would always happen to me, for instance, especially if I was trying to do like crazy stuff, is when you ran into stuff, you would fall and you would die, which actually was a really nice way if you were like, for instance, reviewing a map in order to change classes. But now if you run into stuff, like if I run into this pylon, instead you glide down like this, which you can actually save. I will try and demonstrate saving real fast. Give me one moment, please. Which you can save by holding Shift W and space. Just a quick little thing. That was not a patch fix that you've always been able to do. But now you can just hold space in order to go up, and now when you hit stuff, you glide instead of fall, so you're less likely to take damage. Of course, the downside of that is now you move a lot slower, so if it was a small little fall, like from here to here, which wouldn't do damage anyway, you move a lot slower and you're a lot bigger target. They also fixed his peck box. The peck box is a lot smaller now. So now you actually have to like be a sniper and go ka-choo! And stuff in order to actually hit people. And also now you can't peck people behind you. So you have to get a little bit more accurate with what you're doing, which I think is a really great thing. And then that's actually mostly about it. I think they did something. They might have done something with the stamina. Actually, no, they didn't do anything with the stamina. So yeah, you glide instead of falling. Your peck box is lowered, and it's a lot more accurate, and you can't bite people behind you. And now you only have to hold space to fly, and that's a really big change. So they did do some things with the Rex. Unfortunately, I can't demonstrate the Rex because you need at least 9 people in a server in order to pull out a Rex. So one of the biggest things, I would argue, actually, is not his bite box, which they've changed, but actually the fact that in Team Deathmatch now, they have added a cooldown, kind of like they did in Get to the Chopper with the Spino and the Carno as well. So now more people can play the T-Rex, which I would say is mostly good, because that way you don't have people who are really pro at the game always playing Rex or just wrecking face. It forces a noob to get in there sometimes and, learn Rex and give you some kills and hopefully a couple of achievements. Anyway, which is good. Now, they also made the bite box smaller and more accurate for the T-Rex, which is really good in my opinion, because I swear to God, that thing was so broken. Sorry, Lukewarm, but it was killing me, man. But no, it's good that they changed that, so it's a lot more accurate. But kind of a nerf, but now kind of a buff. You can bite people at your feet now. I don't know if I have a video posted, but I know I've had something before where I've gotten to this Goldilocks zone where I'm not getting stomped on, but they can't bite me. That Goldilocks zone is gone now, which is, I honestly think, a good thing at the end of the day, because I shouldn't have been able to do that. So now that's changed. The bite box now, you can bite people at your feet, so you can gain health a lot easier instead of wasting people by stepping on them. But yeah, that's pretty much the patch notes there, at least the balance issues and the changes like that. There's been a bunch of bug fixes and stuff like that, but I'm not going to go into those because I've never personally had those problems. Right. Anyway, my name is Greg Solsis. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. This has been patch notes and stuff. Like if you did, subscribe for more. I've got more than just Primal Carnage on here now. Thank goodness. I'm sure that you're very happy about that. Anyway, thanks again guys for watching. Take care.